What is meant by retirement of a partner? Let us see with one example. Suppose on 1st January 2011, ABC started one partnership business, and on 31st December 2018, C retired from the business. And after this date, A and B want to continue this business. This is known as retirement of a partner. Here C is called retiring partner and A and B are known as existing partners or remaining partners. In the event of retirement of a partner, old agreement among them will get cancelled, and in the same place with the new terms and conditions, a new agreement will be prepared. This is known as dissolution of partnership. In case of dissolution of partnership, in accounts we have to do some adjustments. What are they? Ascertainment of new profit sharing ratio and gaining ratio, revaluation of assets and liabilities, goodwill adjustment, treatment of accumulated profit or loss, settlement of amount due to retiring partner, and finally capital adjustment. Till now, regarding retirement of a partner, I made 3 videos. In first video, I explained about the meaning of retirement of a partner and the liabilities of a retiring partner. In second video, I covered this first point, how to calculate new profit and loss sharing ratio and gaining ratio. And in third video, I covered this point, how to revalue assets and liabilities. In present video, I am going to cover third, fourth and fifth points with the help of 3 problems. First 3 video links I am giving in description box. Please watch those videos also. So see the question. A, B, C are partners sharing profit and losses in 5:3:2 ratio. Their balance sheet as on 31st December 18 was as under. So he has given one balance sheet. This balance sheet is known as old balance sheet because in balance sheet capitals of all the 3 partners are given. Then below the balance sheet he has given some adjustments. On the above date means which date? On 31st December 2018, C retires from the business on the following conditions. By seeing this retires word, we should understand that this problem belongs to retirement. Here A and B are known as existing partners or continuing partners, and C is called retiring partner. When C is retiring from the firm, then between existing partners and retiring partner, there will be some agreements. What are they? Stock to be depreciated by 10%, land revalued at 40,000, machinery to be depreciated by 5,000, credit of 6,000 need not to be paid, provide for bad debts, 5% on debtors. Goodwill of the firm valued at 60,000. The amount payable to C is transferred to C's loan account by carrying 10% interest per annum. Like that he has given some adjustments. Finally, what is asking? Give necessary journal entries, ledger accounts and balance sheet. He is asking us to show journal entries, ledger accounts and new balance sheet. First, we have to write the journal entries for all these adjustments. Then based on the journal entries, we have to prepare some accounts in ledger. What are the accounts? Revaluation account, capital accounts, goodwill account, C loan account or cash account. Sometimes we may prepare both. And finally, balance sheet of A and B. Before going to explain about these 4 points, let me tell some few words related to revaluation account. In the event of retirement of a partner, assets and liabilities we have to revalue. In that revaluation, there may be some profit or loss. To know the profit and loss in asset and liability revaluation, we prepare revaluation account. This account is a nominal account. So what is nominal account rule? Debit all expenses, losses, credit all incomes and gains. When loss comes, when asset value decreases or liability value increases. So in that revaluation, all these losses we debited to revaluation account. And when profit comes, when asset value increases, when liability value decreases. All these adjustments we wrote in credit side. Now finally in revaluation account there is a profit of 11,000 rupees. The difference between credit and debit totals. Now this difference we have to transfer to all partners capital accounts in old ratio. Now related to revaluation account, this is the first entry. In revaluation account debit side we wrote stock, machinery, PVD. Revaluation account data to stock, machinery, PVD is the entry for that. And in revaluation account credit side we wrote land and creditors. For that this is the entry, land data, creditors data to revaluation account. Then third entry is for the transfer of revaluation profit to all partners in old ratio. And the entry for that is revaluation account data to A capital, to B capital, to C capital. Now let us start capital accounts. So capital accounts. In this table, simultaneously three capital accounts we are preparing. A capital account, B capital account and C capital account. Capital accounts are personal accounts now. So what is personal account rule? Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Meaning is, when partner receives any amount from the firm, that will be debited to capital accounts. And if partner gives any amount to the firm, then he is a giver and that amounts are to be credited to capital accounts. In other way also you can remember this. Debit the receiver. So debit side amounts are what? Partner received from the firm. Suppose partner is retiring. Then all these amounts partner should return to the firm. Remember like this, it will be easy for you. Similarly, credit the giver. Credit side which amounts we wrote? When partner is giving some amounts to firm, they come in credit side. If partner retires, then all these amounts firm should return to partner now. We have to start capital accounts with opening balance. Where it will be? In old balance sheet liability side. See, capitals of A, B, C are these three amounts now. So they brought these capital amounts into the business. With these three amounts we have to start capital accounts. Then we said we should write capital is a liability. Liability always shows a credit balance. Therefore, credit side we have to bring them. Credit side, what to write? By balance brought down. I told one point, capital is a liability and it always shows a credit balance. Means what? Let us see with one example. Suppose transaction is commenced business with 1 lakh rupees capital. Then what is the entry for that? Cash account debtor to capital account. 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Now if you prepare capital account, then as capital is credited, this entry we have to post on credit side. By cash account 1 lakh rupees. If this is only the entry, then which side balance carried down comes? Debit side total is less. So debit side to balance carried down 1 lakh rupees. Then two side totals are 1 lakh rupees. Now this balance is called a credit balance. See, capital account is a liability account and it is showing a credit balance. Suppose to next period, if you want to continue this capital account, then this balance carried on figure which side you have to bring? Debit side only. So that only I did here. Suppose partner A is retired from the business. Then firm has to return this 80,000 rupees capital to him now. That only I said. In the event of retirement, when firm has to pay the amounts to partner, all those amounts appear in credit side. Clear? Now next what we have to post here, we prepared revaluation account. Related to revaluation account, there are 3 entries. What is the third entry? Revaluation profit we transfer to all partner capital accounts in old ratio. Entry is revaluation account debtor to all partners capital accounts. Now in capital accounts, we said we have to post this entry. Capitals are credited, so credit side we have to post. What to write? Debit side we have revaluation account now. Write down that by revaluation account. A's profit is 5,500, B's share 3,300 and C's share 2,200. Then next one is accumulated profit or loss. In old balance sheet, general reserve and P&L account, these two amounts are known as accumulated profits. If he gives P&L account in asset side, then it is called accumulated loss. Accumulated profit means what? When profit comes in business, generally partners take that profit. But sometimes to meet the uncertain future expenses, what they do? Instead of taking that amount, they keep that amount in the firm itself. It is called accumulated profit. But when one partner is retiring, then we should transfer this accumulated profit to their capital accounts. Then what is the entry for that? Once you observe revaluation profit entry, to transfer revaluation profit, we wrote revaluation account debtor to all partners capitals. Similarly, if you want to transfer general reserve amount to all partners, then what to do? Instead of revaluation account, we have to debit general reserve account. So general reserve account debtor to all partners capitals. All partner capitals are in credit, so credit side it will come. Credit side by general reserve. Amount is 50,000 rupees. 50,000 in which ratio we have to transfer? In old ratio. Old ratio is 5:3:2. So 5 by 10. 25,000 belongs to A and 15,000 is B's amount, then 10,000 is C's amount. Profit and loss is given in liability side now, means this is accumulated profit. That also we have to divide to all partners in old profit and loss ratio. 30,000 rupees into 5 by 10. 15,000 is for A. What to write? By profit and loss account. What is the entry for that? Profit and loss account debtor to all partners capitals. Then B's share is 9,000 rupees. C's share is 6,000 rupees. If P&L account is given in asset side, then what will be the entry? This is accumulated loss now. Reverse entry comes. All partner capital accounts debtor to P&L account. Then we said we have to post that debit side to profit and loss account. In 3 columns you have to write respective amounts. Now come to an important adjustment, that is goodwill adjustment. In the event of retirement of a partner, what is goodwill concept? Let us observe. Suppose A, B, C started their business in 2010 year. They are sharing their profit and losses in the ratio of 1:1:1. And the average profit is, assume 60,000 rupees. A used to take 60,000 rupees into 1/3, that is 20,000. B also takes 20,000. C also gets 20,000 rupees. Assume that on 31st December 2018, C retired from the business. Then average profit will be 60,000. But now they need not to make it 3 parts. They make it only 2 parts. And A and B new profit sharing ratio is 1:1. In that case, how much amount A gets? 60,000 into 1/2, that is 30,000 rupees. B also gets 30,000. Before C's retirement, A used to get 20,000, but after C's retirement, he is getting 30,000. B also same. Means in the event of retirement, existing partners are gaining. So 10,000 and 10,000. If you add both, then the 20,000 is whose share of profit? That is the C's share. So when new partner is retiring, his share of profit is taken by existing partners. C also contributed his efforts and energy to develop the business. He is also a reason for the reputation of the firm. Therefore, when C is retiring from the firm, A and B have to pay some compensation to C. That compensation is known as goodwill. And in the event of retirement of a partner, to adjust the goodwill, there are 3 methods. What are they? Evaluation method, memorandum revaluation method, direct adjustment. Which method they have to follow? It will be decided by partners. In revaluation method, what happens? In the event of retirement of a partner, goodwill will be created in the firm and it will be transferred to all partners' capital accounts in old profit and loss ratio. Then memorandum revaluation method. Here goodwill will be created, it will be transferred to all partners' capital accounts in old ratio, and after that goodwill will be cancelled. Goodwill will be written off in new ratio. Then third one, direct adjustment is what? He gives a sentence like this: adjust retiring partner's share of goodwill without opening goodwill account. In question, clearly is not going to mention which method you have to apply to adjust the goodwill. By observing the sentence, we have to understand that point. Goodwill should be written off, goodwill should be cancelled. If these sentences are given, adjust the goodwill according to memorandum revaluation method. Without raising goodwill account, retiring partner's share of goodwill is to be adjusted through existing partners' capital accounts. If this sentence is given, then go for direct adjustment method. If a written off word is not given and without opening the goodwill account, if that sentence is not given, then what is left? First method, no, revaluation method. In that case, you have to adopt revaluation method. Clear? Now, once you observe this problem related to goodwill, what are the sentences here? Sixth point, goodwill of the firm valued at 60,000 rupees. Only this much is given regarding goodwill. Is he giving that goodwill account is to be written off? No. Is he giving that adjust the goodwill without opening goodwill account? No. Means goodwill adjustment doesn't come under second method or third method. Then what is left? First method. So what happens in this method? That goodwill will be created in the firm and it will be transferred to all partners' capital accounts in old profit and loss ratio. What is the entry for that? Once you recollect, revaluation profit entry or accumulated profits distribution entry. For example, revaluation profit. Revaluation account debtor to A capital, B capital, C capital. This is the entry now. Instead of revaluation profit, now you want to distribute goodwill to partners. In that case, replace revaluation account with goodwill account. Goodwill account debtor to A capital account to B capital account to C capital account. Goodwill amount is 60,000. In which ratio? Old profit and loss ratio you have to distribute. Old ratio is 5:3:2. Therefore, 60,000 into 5/10. 30,000 belongs to A and 18,000 belongs to B. 12,000 belongs to C. Now this entry we have to post in capital accounts. Capitals are credited now, therefore credit side we have to post. Credit side by which account we debited? Goodwill account. Write down that account name. By goodwill. 30,000, 18,000 and 12,000. All transactions we have posted. Finally, we have to calculate the balance. Retailing partner C. His credit total is 50,200 rupees. What is the meaning of this? As C is retiring from the firm, firm has to pay his dues to him. Towards capital, firm has to pay 20,000 rupees to him because when he joined, he brought 20,000 rupees into the firm. And in revaluation of assets and liabilities, his share of profit 2,200. Firm should return to him. In accumulated profits, his share 10,000 and 6,000 firm has to pay, and in goodwill his share 12,000 rupees also firm has to pay to him. So finally firm is liable to C for 50,200 rupees. Now this amount we have to settle. How we have to settle? If cash is available, then immediately firm pays that amount. If cash is not available, then that amount will be transferred to his loan account. And while paying that amount with interest, firm pays that amount to him. Now regarding this settlement, if any instruction is given in the question, we have to follow that. So observe the 7th point. The amount payable to C is transferred to C's loan account by carrying 10% interest per annum. So we are not going to pay this amount at present. We want to transfer that to loan account, and while settling that amount with 10% interest, we are going to settle to him. In that case, debit side we have to write C loan account 50,200 rupees. So what is the entry for this? In C's capital account, debit side we posted now. If you want to post like that, then in entry also C capital account is to be debited. And what we wrote in particulars column? C loan. Therefore, credit that account name. C loan account 50,200 rupees. Next come to existing partners. They are not going to retire. They want to continue the business. Therefore, the amounts payable to them are to be shown as balance carried down. So these two amounts appear in new balance sheet liability side. Okay. So this is all about capital accounts. Next come to goodwill account. So under which method we are adjusting goodwill here? Revaluation method. In revaluation method, there is only one entry for goodwill adjustment. Goodwill account data to all partners capitals. As goodwill is debited, debit side we have to post. So what to write? We credited all partners capital accounts now. Write down those account names. To A capital, to B capital, to C capital. Amounts are 30,000, 18,000 and 12,000. Credit side nothing is there. Then where balance carried down comes? Credit side only. Credit side by balance carried down 60,000 rupees. Then two side totals 60,000. See, in goodwill account there is balance. Means what? Goodwill account is not yet closed. When goodwill is adjusted according to revaluation method, in goodwill account there will be some balance, and that balance appears in new balance sheet asset side. Why in asset side? Because goodwill is an asset. See, it is called a debit balance now. You know, good assets always show a debit balance. Therefore, in new balance sheet asset side we have to show this goodwill amount. Then next come to C loan account. After goodwill account you have to prepare C loan account. Related to loan account, this is the entry now. C capital account data to C loan account. Since C loan account is credited, in C loan account on credit side we have to post this entry. Which account we debited? C capital. So write down that by C capital account amount is 50,200. So C loan account is showing a credit balance. Debit side to balance carried down same amount. Two sides put the same total. In new balance sheet under liability side we have to show this amount. Revaluation account, capital accounts, goodwill account, C loan account are completed. In this problem, we need not to prepare cash account or bank account. Why? Because we are not settling retiring partners due amount in cash. So cash is not coming, not going. So no need to prepare cash account in this problem. Next, new balance sheet. What is the heading? Balance sheet of AB as on 1/1/19. Old balance sheet contains 3 partner names. Now, as C is retired, for new balance sheet, only existing partner names we have to mention. And when C is retired on 31st December 2018. So for new balance sheet, next immediate date, that is 1st January 2019, we have to write. Now, based on old balance sheet, we have to prepare new balance sheet. While preparing new balance sheet, regarding asset or liability, if there is any adjustment, by considering that adjustment, we have to write the value. If there is no adjustment, then old balance sheet values as it is, you have to write in new balance sheet. Clear? Now, first asset side we will complete. Cash 2,10,000 rupees. And in the event of retirement, no extra cash is coming, or from the firm no cash is going. Therefore, same amount will be continued after retirement also. Bank, before retirement 5,000, after retirement also bank balance is 5,000. There is no change in bank balance. So write down the same amount. Then stock. Stock, related to stock, there is one adjustment. What is the adjustment? Stock to be depreciated by 10%. In revaluation account, we calculated the amount. Depreciation amount was 3,500 rupees now. So write down the stock amount in inner column. Depreciation you have to deduct and the remaining stock value in outer column. Then debtors. Related to debtors, there is one adjustment. Provide for bad debts 5% on debtors. 5% on debtors we calculated in revaluation account, and the PBD amount is 1500 rupees. Deduct that from debtors in inner column. Remaining debtor amount 28,500 in outer column. Then next one, machinery. Related to machinery, there is one adjustment, that is third point. Machinery to be depreciated by 5,000 rupees. Directly is giving the depreciation amount. So in inner column, deduct that 5,000, net amount in outer column. Next, land. Land old value is 25,000 and land revalued at 40,000 rupees. Land value is increased by 15,000 rupees now. Clearly you have to show that adjustment in inner column. Land old value 25,000 plus appreciation. So remember, depreciation we have to deduct. Appreciation we have to add 15,000 and now land value is 40,000 rupees. And one should recollect goodwill account. Goodwill we adjusted according to revaluation method, and goodwill account is showing some balance now. That balance we have to write in asset side, 60,000 rupees. Then come to liability side. First liability, creditor 36,000. Related to creditor, there is one adjustment, fourth adjustment. Creditor 6,000 need not be paid. Means what? They gave some discount to us. So that discount we have to deduct. Now creditor value is 30,000 only. Then loan from bank. Related to this, there is no adjustment. Therefore, same value 25,000 rupees you have to write in new balance sheet also. Then bills payable 58,000, no adjustment. So bills payable same value 58,000. And general reserve account, P&L account. What we did, these two accumulated profits we transferred to all partners capital accounts. So by transferring to their capital accounts, we close them. Therefore, these two you should not write in new balance sheet. Next, outstanding expenses 16,000. No adjustment regarding that. So same value you have to take in new balance sheet. C loan account 50,200. From where you are taking this amount? We prepared C loan account. That account balance carried on figure you have to show in liability side. Similarly, for existing partners in capital accounts, their balance carried on figures you have to show them in liability side under capital head. Okay. So finally, two side total should be same. Then your problem is correct. This is first problem. Now let us see the second problem. Now come to second problem. Everything is same except sixth point and seventh point. What is sixth point? Goodwill of the firm valued at 60,000 and it is decided to write off immediately. Write off means what? Cancel. AB will share future profits in 3:2 ratio respectively. So in this problem he is giving that goodwill account we have to create and immediately we have to cancel it. So since return of word is given, according to memorandum revaluation method, we have to adjust the goodwill. In memorandum revaluation method, to create the goodwill and to transfer that goodwill amount to all partners capital accounts, same entry comes. In revaluation method, we used to write this entry now. Then come to second entry, this is a new one. This is the entry to cancel the goodwill account. How to cancel? As we debited once, now if you credit, then goodwill account will get cancelled. And this 60,000 is to be debited to existing partners capital accounts in new profit and loss ratio. New ratio 3:2 now. In 3:2 ratio, we distributed 60,000 to existing partner capitals. Now, this entry in capital accounts, which side we have to post? On debit side, because capitals are in debit. So, debit side to goodwill in A and B columns. Next, come to goodwill account. In first entry, goodwill is debited now. So, first entry, debit side, we have to post. To A capital, B capital, C capital. Amounts are 30,000, 18,000 and 12,000. Up to second entry. As goodwill is credited, credit side we have to post. What to write? Debit side we wrote A capital, B capital accounts now. These two accounts you have to mention here. By A capital 36,000 rupees, by B capital 24,000 rupees. See, goodwill account is closed. Is there any balance carried down? No. Since goodwill account is closed, goodwill doesn't appear in new balance sheet. Now see the seventh point. C will be paid 30,000 immediately and the balance is transferred to his loan account. So what is the new point here? In first problem, the amount due to retiring partner 50,200. Total money we transfer to his loan account. But here at the time of retirement, we paid some amount to him and remaining amount we are transferring to his loan account. When we pay amount to C, what is the entry for that? C capital account debtor to cash account, because C is a receiver. So C capital is a personal account now. Personal account rule, debit the receiver, credit the giver. As C is a receiver, his account is debited. And cash account, it is an asset, so it is a real account. Real account rule, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. From the firm, cash is going, therefore cash is credited. 30,000 immediately we paid to him. Then in 50,200, if 30,000 is subtracted, then the remaining amount is 20,200 rupees. That amount firm transferred to C's loan account. In this case, two entries will come. First one is for paying the amount. And while writing this entry, whether to credit cash or bank, it depends on the information given in the question. In present problem, in asset side, he gave cash balance and bank balance both. In that case, you write down cash, okay, and open cash account. Suppose he has given only cash balance, bank balance is not given. In that case also do the same. Assume that cash balance is not given, only bank balance is given. In that case, while writing this entry, credit bank account and prepare bank account only. First entry, we have to post in capital account. See, C capital is debited now. Therefore, on debit side, we have to write to cash in C column 30,000 rupees. Now 50,200 minus 30,000, remaining amount 20,200. Firm is not going to pay to him immediately. Firm wants to transfer that amount to his loan account. You know that entry. C capital account debtor to C loan account 20,200. So C capital is debited. Therefore, debit side you have to post this entry to C loan account 20,200. As cash is paid in this problem, cash account also we have to prepare. So we have to start this account by taking the balance from old balance sheet. Cash is an asset. Asset shows a debit balance. Therefore, that cash balance you have to write on debit side. To balance brought down 2,10,000 rupees. Then first entry, cash is credited now. So credit side we have to write by capital. By capital 30,000. Now remaining amount, that is 2,10,000 minus 30,000, 1,80,000 is balance current on figure. This amount appears in new balance sheet as cash balance. Next, C loan account. Second entry, you have to post in this account. In second entry, C loan account is credited now. So on credit side, you have to post this entry. We debited C capital, therefore write down C capital 20,200. Debit side, balance carried on 20,200. It appears in new balance sheet liability side. Next, new balance sheet. First problem balance sheet and second problem balance sheet. Almost everything is same except few points. In second problem, we prepared cash account. Cash account balance carried on figure 1,80,000. We have to show in new balance sheet. First new point. And second one is C loan account. In first problem, C loan account balance was 50,200. But in second problem, 30,000 we paid to him now. Now the remaining balance 20,200 appears in liability side. And in first problem, goodwill we adjusted according to revaluation method. In case of revaluation method, goodwill account shows some balance. That balance appears in new balance sheet asset side. But second problem is based on memorandum revaluation method, no? So goodwill account is closed. Therefore, in new balance sheet, goodwill amount we should not show again. Second problem is completed. Go to third problem. Now come to third problem. Everything is same except 6th and 7th point. See the 6th point. Goodwill of the firm valued at 60,000. The share of goodwill payable to C will be contributed by A and B without raising goodwill account. Means without creating goodwill account, retiring partners' share of goodwill is to be adjusted through existing partners' capital accounts. If this sentence is given, we have to adjust the goodwill according to direct adjustment method. See, accounting standard 10, which is mentioned by ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. According to AS 10, we should not show created goodwill in the books. We should show only purchased goodwill. What is meant by purchased goodwill? Suppose our firm is buying another business. Then to the seller, we have to pay some amount for his assets. Not only for assets, his firm has some reputation also now. Towards that reputation also, we have to pay some amount. The amount which we pay to him in the form of reputation is called purchased goodwill. Since cash is going from the firm, that purchased goodwill we can show in the books. But in case of reconstitution of firm, means in the event of admission of a partner, retirement of a partner, insolvency or death of a partner, we are not going to deal with purchased goodwill. What we are doing? We are creating goodwill in the firm. So created goodwill we should not record in the books. If partners want to follow that accounting standard 10, then they adjust the goodwill according to this third method, direct adjustment method. So what happens here? Without opening the goodwill account, from existing partners' capital accounts, we reduce the goodwill amounts, and those amounts we pay to retiring partner in the form of compensation. Then what is the entry for that? Entry is existing partners' capital accounts data to retiring partners' capital account. See, whenever we credit any partner's capital account, it gives the meaning that firm is paying some amount to them. Means their capital amounts are increasing. Similarly, if we debit capital accounts, then the meaning is their capital amounts are reducing. So whose capital accounts we debited here? A and B capital accounts we debited by 6,000 rupees each. Means what? From their capital accounts we reduced 6,000. 6,000 plus 6,000, total 12,000 we added to retaining partners capital account. Clear? If you observe this entry, we have not created any goodwill account here. That is only he mentioned. Without raising goodwill, we should adjust the goodwill amount. And observe another important point. In first two methods, revaluation method, memorandum revaluation method, we adjusted goodwill with full value. Goodwill amount is how much? 60,000, no? That 60,000 only we distributed to partners. But if you observe direct adjustment method, not 60,000, in the total goodwill 60,000, retaining partners share of goodwill only we are adjusting. So retaining partner is C and his whole share is 2 by 10. Observe here, 60,000 is the total goodwill. Goodwill into 2 by 10, 12,000 rupees. That 12,000 only we are reducing from existing partners capital accounts. Okay. Now this entry we have to post in capital accounts first. How to post? As A and B capitals are debited, in their capital account, debit side we have to post. Debit side what to write? Other side. Credit side we wrote C capital, no? Write down that name. To C capital account, in A's column 6,000, B's column 6,000. Similarly, C capital account also we are preparing, and as C capital account is credited in capital accounts, credit side we have to post. Credit side what to write? We debited A capital and B capital. Write down both. And in whose capital account we want to post now? In C's capital. So in C column, write down these two amounts. Okay. Then goodwill account we need not to prepare in this method because there is no goodwill account at all. While writing the entry, we have not created any goodwill account. In which ratio we divide goodwill here? In gaining ratio. Gaining ratio is given in the question only, no? 1:1. So in that gaining ratio, we have to distribute this goodwill. Regarding gaining ratio, I made another video. Next, seventh point. A and B bring in cash 30,100, 20,100 towards additional capital to pay the amount due to retaining partner C. What is the new point here? To retaining partner, how much money firm should pay? 50,200. In first problem, total money we transfer to his loan account. In second problem, some amount immediately we pay, some amount we transfer to his loan account. Now in third problem, new point is immediately we paid this due amount, and to pay that amount, existing partners are bringing additional capital. So what is the entry for that? Cash is coming to the firm, therefore cash account debtor. Because cash is an asset. Asset comes under real account. Real account rule, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. As cash is coming, cash account is debited. And who is bringing this money? A and B. So A capital account, B capital account. Both are personal accounts now. Personal account rule. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. They are bringing money to the firm. They are the givers. Therefore, their capitals are credited. And even though no information is given here, meaning is we paid 50,200 rupees to C. Because for that purpose only existing partners brought amounts now. So for that payment also we have to write the entry. What is the entry for that? C capital account debtor to cash. Why C capital account is debited? C capital is a personal account. Rule you know, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Firm is paying due amount to C. So C is a receiver, therefore his account is debited. And cash, asset, real account now, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. We are paying money to him, cash is going, therefore cash account is credited. As cash account, we used cash account we have to prepare, and this cash account, these two entries we have to post. First, as cash is asset, this opening balance debit side I brought. To balance brought down 2,10,000 rupees. Then post the first entry. Cash is debited, therefore debit side we have to write to A capital, to B capital. See, to A capital, to B capital amounts. Then second entry, cash is credited, therefore credit side by C capital 50,200. By C capital 50,200. Now debit total minus credit total, balance carried down 2,10,000. It appears in new balance sheet asset side as cash balance. Then same entries, how they appear in capital account, that point also we will see. See the first entry, A capital, B capital are credited now. Therefore in capital accounts, credit side we have to post. Buy cash in A column 30,100 and in B column 20,100. First entry posting is completed. Come to second entry. C capital debtor to cash account. C capital is debited now. Therefore in capital accounts debit side, what we have to write? Credited to cash. To cash amount is 50,200 rupees. Second entry amount. Now credit total minus debit amount, remaining is balance carried out for existing partners. So retiring partner, there is no loan account. Total amount we pay to him in the form of cash, and the existing partner capital accounts are showing a credit balance. These two amounts going balance sheet. Next, new balance sheet. First and second problem new balance sheets, and third problem new balance sheet. Almost they are same. See, once you recollect cash account in third problem. So cash account balance carried down value is 2,10,000 now, show that amount. And the remaining adjustments as usual. And there is no goodwill account in this third problem. And liability side as usual. Since nothing is transferred to retiring partner's loan account, there is no loan account here. Okay, only existing partner capital amounts we should show. Finally, balance sheet is tallied. So this is all about goodwill adjustments in case of retirement of a partner. With the help of 3 problems, I explained all these points to you. Hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you.